Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual pricing for $20,000 of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 58-year-old male. Now, the first thing I recommend is go to our website. On just about every page, we have these quoters here, and you can select the state that you live in and the amount of coverage you want and your birthday, fill out the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It will take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest rates. And what that will do is that will help you avoid those plans out there that you see advertised in TV and magazines where they will advertise a super low price, and then when you get on the phone with them, it's almost no coverage at all. And then they start upselling you to expensive policies. We can help you prevent that. We can also prevent you from getting stuck with a 2-year waiting period plan where your pricing can be sometimes more than 200% more expensive. We can help you qualify for that. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you answer any questions that you may have. Now, the first thing you should ask yourself if you're a 58-year-old male looking for $20,000 worth of final expense insurance is that going to be enough coverage for your final expense needs? Now, typically that would be cremation or burial. So the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, something like that, in addition to the cremation, that's probably going to be about $3,500 to $4,500. So what we would typically recommend for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn is between $5,000 to $7,000 coverage. Now, you might be saying, well, hold on, Randy, that's $5,000 coverage, but the cremation's only $2,000. And we would say, yeah, you're 58 years old. You're probably going to live to 68, hopefully 78. And we need to make sure that your plan will keep up with inflation so that there will be enough if you die, in the coming years. And you will die in the coming years. So what's nice about 5,000 to 7,000, it inflation proofs the policy, but if you die sooner than you think, there's some extra money left over, maybe to take care of some other final expenses or moving expenses or medical expenses or something like that. Now, if you're going to have the cremation and the ceremony, would typically recommend maybe $7,000 to $10,000. And again, that just inflation proofs your plan, but provides a little bit more money up front. Just God forbid you died sooner. Now, for a burial, the average cost of burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check, they should help you out. We can't imagine that they would say no to that and let you walk out the door down the street a couple blocks to their competitors where they would take that money. Just understand, $10,000 is not going to be a fancy funeral. It's going to be very minimal. And that's enough for, the cost perhaps right now, but not as we get older, not when our 58-year-old gets to 68 or 78. So the average coverage amount for burial that we would be helping people with if they're 58 would be kind of 10,000, 15,000, or 20,000. Now, sometimes people will get the 10,000 because they're on a fixed or limited income. That's all they can afford, but they know they can fit in more coverage later. So they get the 10,000 now, maybe look at 15 or, adding another 5 or 10 later. But by the same token, if you have adequate financial means and want to get that $20,000, yeah, you can do that. And you'll lock in your lowest pricing at your youngest age right now. So a lot of people would do that. We don't recommend, sometimes people will say, hey, I want, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 because I want to leave some money behind for my kids. We typically don't recommend that. It typically starts getting a little bit more expensive. And a lot of times people go, I can't do that. And they say, if I can't do that, I won't do anything. And now they've just sentenced their kids to paying for their burial and cremation and, all that stuff. And that's not fair to the kids. So get what you need. If you need, we can always add more coverage later. Now, one thing we don't recommend is the plans with the 2-year waiting periods. Now, Colonial Penn, fairly popular company out there. Popular meaning they advertise a lot, so they're well known. But yeah, you may not have known this, but their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. Yeah, ouch. Probably didn't know that. And there's other companies out there that offer 2-year waiting periods, like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber. And there's just a host of other companies that's all they sell is 2-year waiting period plans. And a lot of these companies have done a pretty amazing job of convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period plan, to which we say, ha, 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 ha. Don't fall for such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, our 58-year-old male is probably watching that Colonial Penn $9.95 commercial. And he's probably thinking, you know what? This commercial's awesome. I can, I'm 58. I'm still young. I can probably get 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, perhaps, dare I say, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then our 58-year-old male calls a Colonial Penn, talks with one of the agents, or goes on their website like we've done for you here. Find out that 58-year-old male, $9.95, which is one unit, is only going to buy $1,258 worth of insurance. Now, that may pay for a cremation in some parts of the country, but you got to remember, this plan's got a 2-year waiting period, and it's not going to pay out a penny in life insurance death benefit in that first 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. So why would you ever get into a policy that you're already going backwards, kind of like right off the bat? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Now, let's take a look here. Let's try to find out what see if we can even get 20,000 on this, because here's the deal. Colonial Penn, they max out at 15 units. And look at that. You can only get $18,870. That's going to be $149.25, roughly $150. So let's go compare that to first day coverage and see if we can save you some money. And I know we can save you some money. So we've got 20,000 male, age 58 right here. And we're going to click the Get Quote button right there. And again, we're going to come back and look. This isn't even 20,000. It's $150 roughly. And look at this. We can get a full 20,000 for 72. So look at that. So roughly 73 versus 150. So Colonial Penn is more. Looking at these numbers here, it is right at or more than 200% higher. And Colonial Penn is going to make you overpay every single month. So let's see, roughly $80 more a month. It's a little less, but we're going to round up for numbers. So you're going to overpay about $80 a month more. And they're going to charge you that for the rest of your life as long as you're alive. And they're going to sock you with that 2-year waiting period. So at $80 a month times 12 months, you're going to overpay $960 a year. And you got to think about this. If our 58-year-old male lives to 68, he will have overpaid right around $9,600 by going with Colonial Penn on a policy that's only $18,870. So there's so much money to be saved by going with first day coverage. And that's what this company is. We work with them. We can help you qualify for them. Level means first day coverage. It's always going to be the best pricing. Let's look at some of these other companies here. So we'll just go down the line. So Limico, they're 85. I mean, it is first day coverage, but I'm just going to round numbers here. They're roughly $15 more a month. That's $180 a year. After 10 years, you'll have overpaid $1,800. If you live 20 years, you'll overpay $3,600. Why would you overpay? You save money at the very beginning when you actually get the right policy, because otherwise you overpay every single month for the rest of your life. Let's look at another company here, though. And let's keep going. Oh, yeah. Ooh, here's Lincoln Heritage. They're a fine company, I guess, but wow. Wow, look at that pricing. Basically $110. It is level coverage, though, but $110. So they've got a deal where when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2-3 different funeral homes, get the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple other things, but they charge for that. It is not free. they're gonna charge, and you can see they charge through the premium. That's 109, basically 110, versus 72. So it's going to be about $40 more a month, roughly, just give or take. I'm rounding numbers, but $40 a month would be times 12 months would be $480 times 10 years. You'd overpay right around $4,800, probably $4,500 to $4,800, somewhere in there. You got to ask yourself, a lot of people would say, that's a pretty good payday for an insurance company to call 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe do a couple of other things that only takes an hour or so and get paid around $4,500 to $4,800 for doing that. And we would tend to agree that's pretty expensive. So we recommend something different. We recommend you go with this lower price, and we can help you get qualified for that. But and then what we have is a free funeral and estate planning guide. And you can download that off our website and print it out. And then once it's printed out, you just complete it. Who gets what goes where, what you want to happen after you're gone. And once that's done, you keep it with your insurance policy. Now your family and loved ones are protected both financially because you've got the insurance policy, but also emotionally because they've got the funeral and estate planning guide, and they will know exactly what to do. You will have told them your exact wishes. And what peace of mind, that must provide for them in the moment, knowing that you loved and cared for them so much that you not only protected them in life, but you protected them in your death at a point when you knew you would be no longer there to help them. But your insurance policy and your funeral and estate planning guide is there in your place to help them. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So go to our website, funeralfunds.com. We've got a special quote for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you can get the most discounts and lowest rates there. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you understand your options and pricing. And we look forward to helping you get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. And we just can't wait to help you out with this. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.